Hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading for the month of April. This is a reading for the Pisces collective, and as such, the messages today may not resonate with everyone who is watching. What we'll be doing today is we'll be pulling two oracle cards, and for that I am using Secrets of the Mystic Grove. Then we'll move on to tarot, and the tarot deck today is the Field Tarot. Now, if you would like to have input on the deck that is used each month for the monthly readings, please consider subscribing. It's my understanding that when we reach 500 subscribers, I then obtain access to the community tab, and then I could run polls and see which deck you would prefer for the monthly readings. If that's not your thing, that is absolutely okay. You are welcome here, and I appreciate your viewership. So thank you for watching. With all of that being said, let's get to your reading. So, as I mentioned, we'll be pulling two oracle cards for Pisces for the month of April. Okay, Pisces. And I noticed that my candle went out, but it's been burning for a long time. So do not read into that. It is not an omen. Okay, Pisces, let's take a look. Card number 1. Seeing differently. Uniqueness, roles, variation. Now, what's interesting here is that this individual has petals around their eyes. So this may indicate, Pisces, that you are seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Maybe you are seeing things as better than they actually are, and you might need to be careful or take a little bit of a closer look at the people and the situations around you. Alternately, it could mean that you have a negative perspective on something when in fact the situation is truly positive and a blessing in disguise. So what we could glean from this is that it's important to dig a little bit deeper and look for deeper meanings, both positive and negative, of situations, circumstances, and people. Of course, when we pull the tarot cards, we'll clarify a little bit more about what this all means. But it is necessary to start seeing a situation or a person differently than you are. Things might not be what they seem. This is card number 30 for those who are interested in the numbers. Okay. And the next card for you, Pisces, is togetherness, loyalty, fellowship, bonding. Now, what we see here is an individual walking through the jungle with animals which might otherwise be scary or intimidating or dangerous to the person, but everybody's just walking along calmly. In fact, the individual even has their hand on the lion's back. So this might mean that you might need to decide on what loyalty and what togetherness really means to you. Are you walking amongst danger? Are you keeping company with people who may turn on you at any point? Or are you able to coexist with others in a way that most people might not be able to? I think also, Pisces, that the seeing differently and the togetherness have a special meaning, that you might be considering or reconsidering what true togetherness means. Evaluating the people around you, evaluating your relationships, and seeing which ones are of benefit to you and which ones are not. So I think these are things that you are taking into consideration and assessing. Who are the people around you who are truly loyal? Dig a little deeper and see what that really means. Who are the people who are offering you fellowship? Is it the people who are always available because of their own selfish, greedy needs? Because they want a piece of you and access to you? Or is it the people who are there genuinely for you? Not for them, for you. And I think, Pisces, you're at a point where you are really weighing things and seeing things differently, and seeing that the people that you reach out to the most might have some selfish aspects going on. But again, we'll pull tarot and look at this a little bit more. And this is card number 9 for those who are interested in the numbers. So I will leave this right here. And let's dig a little bit further. Okay, Pisces, let's see what this togetherness and seeing differently means. 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, 2 of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, 6 of Swords, and King of Swords. Okay, Pisces. Just putting these as paperweights. Okay, keep them in place. Pisces, you are attracting a lot of energy and a lot of attention, and that is understandable. You are very social, you are fun, you have this energy that is very magnetic to those around you. And there is a lot of interest in you. Again, none of this is surprising because of your nature, Pisces. As you can see in this bottom row here, we have the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Swords, all here vying for your attention, all here hoping to get a piece of you. Now, there's a couple of things going on, and I think this speaks to the message that was in our Oracle card. You are weighing and assessing your relationships, Pisces, and I think you're getting to a point, you're growing into your own maturity. I think you're looking into the people around you and what they truly bring to the table. What is their added value to your life? You have a large social circle, but how many of them are tried and true friends, and how many of them are acquaintances, and how many of them are people who pretend that they're tried and true friends simply to have access to you in the hopes of getting a piece of you and getting your attention. And I think you're starting to see this, and I think you're starting to see the difference, especially when it comes to relationships of a romantic nature. I think you're also starting to notice how by being open, so open, which you are, Pisces, how some people could get the wrong message. You're friendly, you're social, you're bubbly, you're energetic. Certain individuals might read into that. And while your intention is perhaps a friendship, their intention is something more. And they're reading into your openness, which is just your nature, Pisces. They're reading something more into it, and they have romantic or physical inclinations towards you because of this. I think you're starting to notice how having so many people in your orbit who aren't adding value is actually leaving you a little bit drained and a little bit destitute. What is emotionally destitute? What is the return on your investment? This is all starting to get very draining for you, Pisces, being so open and available to so many. What are these other people offering your life? Or what is the added value here? And no, we shouldn't look at people as a commodity in any way, shape, or form. But I think in your case, you do have a lot of extra people around you. Again, people who want access to you for your own for their own selfish needs. And I think you're starting to assess, Pisces, how your openness, your good nature, etc., might have given them the wrong message unintentionally. And I think you're starting to notice the selfishness of certain people around you. And that speaks again to your maturity. Pisces, you're growing up. You're growing up, and you're kind of growing up as far as your social circles are concerned. Regardless of your age, you're starting to get a sense of who are the right people who you should keep around you and close to you, and who are not. So the judgment card that showed up here, Pisces, is a little bit of your own judgment, but in a good way. In a good way. You're recognizing your own dynamics, and you're recognizing a way to rectify dynamics. And I think it's important sometimes to communicate early on if there is no potential with somebody, because as we see down here, these three kings think that there is a lot of potential. Now, I've mentioned before, I read cards horizontally and I read cards vertically. What we have down here, again, is the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. Beware of the King of Wands. That is somebody who is a fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, more than likely Leo. The King of Wands is most often associated with Leo. This card has shown up under the Five of Pentacles. And while that does reflect your inner state and the fact of noticing that having many people in your social circle does not make you fulfilled emotionally, beware of this King of Wands here. This is potentially a person who you worked with in the past, could be working with now, or if you work with them in the past, you might not be working with them now. I feel it's somebody who you met at some job, at work. This person thinks and hopes and has hoped for a very long time that they have a chance with you, Pisces. Beware of this person. This person's always available for you. They always answer the phone when you call. They always respond to each and every text message that you send. But their intentions are not pure. It's coming from a selfish place. It's coming with the hope of having access to you, of having something going on with you. It's not a pure connection, although they might feel like it is. It's not a pure connection. It is very selfish. This person has a lot of baggage. This person is very toxic. So beware of this King of Wands individual. Again, I believe that this may be somebody who you met through some type of work situation. You may not be working with them still, but you are keeping in contact with them. They are pretending to be a very good friend. They're pretending to be a confidant, but I think that there's a level of obsession here, and that they are keeping tabs on you. They're keeping tabs on you through social media. And Pisces, be careful, because I think they're also keeping tabs on you through your friends on social media. They might have friended some of your friends to keep tabs on you. So it's not a healthy type of dynamic. It is not a healthy connection. There is somebody here, though, who is much more positive, and this is the King of Pentacles, who has shown up under the Two of Cups. Two of Cups indicating union. This is somebody whose intentions are good, somebody who is a tried and true friend, somebody who may want something more with you, but it is coming from a good place. Okay, so we're looking at Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus here. So this is somebody who is a little bit of a better match for you. Could be somebody who you are currently working with, Pisces. So keep an eye out to who that person is. Now, you might not be feeling it exactly. This is something that could develop over time. Maybe not, but at least you know that this person, even if it doesn't work out with you romantically, at least their intentions are good. They are not a toxic person. So keep an eye out for who this is. Similarly for the King of Swords, and we're talking about our air signs here, okay? We're talking about Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Same thing here. Same thing here. So these appearing on the edge offer a little bit more of a balance to your life. It's this King of Wands who you need to be aware of. Again, we have swords here. We have 3 cards out of the 8, which are swords, which indicate to me, Pisces, that you are very much in your head about all of these people. But one thing I do want you to note from the layout that we have here, Pisces, is that the King of Cups is missing. We have all the various kings, all 3 of them, except for the King of Cups. Okay, and I think that that is significant. The King of Cups is somebody who offers love, sensitivity, diplomacy. They balance you out, the yin and the yang for you, Pisces. King of Cups, water sign, just like you, Pisces. But that is what is missing here. So I'm inclined to say, while we know that King of Wands is not your person, these 2 do offer a potential. But your King of Cups is not here on the table. So it's very likely, Pisces, that as you start to filter through your social circle and as you start to see like who is just adding some extra dead weight into your orbit, as you peel away those layers, maybe you'll find that your King of Cups is in there and somebody who you hadn't really noticed before. Or maybe you've spent so much time with all of these other people and giving your attention so freely that you haven't met that King of Cups yet. They're out there. They are waiting for you. They're just waiting for you to just like hash all of this out. They've waited for you to get to this moment of maturity. And then they will appear. But it's just interesting because that is something which stands out here. Your King of Cups is not on the table. Again, the most promising on the table is this King of Pentacles. Second is King of Swords. And King of Wands, we should just, I would say, just turn this around because this is a bad situation that you should not be giving your attention to. So Pisces, start to see things differently. Look at people differently. See what their intentions are. See what true togetherness is and what that means for you and who's really willing to offer it with no strings attached. That's the key here. That's the key here. It's the people who are willing to offer you what you need and what you're looking for without strings attached. Some may pretend that that's the case. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll find out that there's very selfish motives there. So keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your guard up when necessary, Pisces. And we'll get to that King of Cups. I'm sure it's going to happen very, very soon. But in the meantime, you do have a lot of interest in you, a lot of good interest in you. These 2 guys right here, and I say guys because it's just the formation of kings on the card. We're not talking about male or female, but these 2 individuals here do offer that potential. They could turn into the King of Cups. So again, it's just about weeding through who the right people and the appropriate people are for you, Pisces. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Until next time.